Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. Before we start today's discussion, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you have thoughts about what makes life meaningful, share them in the comments. Today, we're exploring a deep question. What does it mean to live a meaningful life? Many people think about this question at different stages of life. Sometimes it appears during moments of success. Other times, it appears during moments of uncertainty. The question often sounds simple, but the answer is complex.
Yes, because meaning is not the same for everyone. Some people associate a meaningful life with achievement and success. They focus on goals, progress, and recognition. Accomplishment becomes their measure of fulfillment. Others define meaning differently. For them, relationships and emotional connection are more important. Spending time with family or contributing to a community gives their life purpose.
This difference raises an interesting question. Are success and happiness connected, or are they sometimes separate experiences? Many people assume they automatically go together. Yet history shows many successful individuals who felt empty. Achieving professional goals did not always guarantee fulfillment. This suggests that meaning may come from deeper sources than achievement alone, perhaps from values and priorities.
Values shape how people interpret their experiences. Two individuals may live similar lives externally, but their sense of meaning can be very different internally. Personal values create that difference. Some people prioritize creativity and learning. Others focus on stability and family life. Neither choice is inherently right or wrong. Meaning often reflects personal priorities.
That idea connects closely to the concept of balance. Many people search for harmony between work, relationships, and personal growth. When one area dominates too strongly, the sense of meaning may weaken. When people talk about a meaningful life, success often appears as the first idea. Many societies encourage individuals to pursue achievement. Promotions, financial stability, and recognition are commonly seen as signs of progress. Success becomes a visible measure of accomplishment. But an interesting question appears after people reach those goals. Some individuals achieve what they once dreamed about. Yet the emotional satisfaction they expected does not always arrive. The feeling of fulfillment may remain incomplete.
Yes, because success often focuses on external outcomes. It is measured by results that other people can see. Job titles, income levels, or public recognition are visible achievements. But fulfillment is an internal experience. A person may achieve professional success, but still feel disconnected from their daily life. The work may provide stability and status, yet it may not align with their deeper interests or values. That misalignment creates tension.
Expectations also influence the experience. When people imagine that success will automatically produce happiness, they may overlook other important aspects of life. Relationships, creativity, rest, and personal growth. If those areas receive little attention, achievement alone cannot create a complete sense of meaning. The life structure becomes unbalanced. Something essential feels missing.
Another factor is adaptation. Human beings quickly adjust to new circumstances. After reaching a major goal, the achievement soon becomes normal. At that point, people often begin pursuing the next objective. The cycle continues: new goal, new effort, new success. But the deeper question about fulfillment may remain unanswered. Meaning requires more than continuous achievement.
Perhaps success becomes meaningful when it connects with personal values. Achievements that support relationships, creativity, or contribution may feel more satisfying than success pursued for status alone. Purpose transforms achievement into fulfillment. When people begin questioning success and happiness, another idea quickly appears. That idea is balance between work and personal life. Many individuals spend a large part of their day working. Naturally, work becomes a central part of their identity. Work can provide many positive things. It offers financial stability, structure, and a sense of progress. For some people, their profession also expresses creativity or purpose. In those situations, work can feel deeply meaningful.
But problems often appear when work dominates everything else. If most time and energy go toward professional goals, other areas of life may slowly disappear. Relationships, hobbies, and rest receive less attention. Over time, that imbalance can affect well-being. A person may achieve professional success, yet feel emotionally disconnected from the rest of their life. The sense of fulfillment weakens.
Balance does not necessarily mean reducing ambition. Instead, it means recognizing that life contains multiple priorities. Work is important, but it is only one dimension of a meaningful life. Relationships, learning, creativity, and health also shape fulfillment. When these elements receive attention, life begins to feel more complete. The experience becomes richer.
Interestingly, balance looks different for each person. Some individuals enjoy intense professional challenges. Others prefer slower rhythms and more personal time. Neither lifestyle is universally correct. Meaning often appears when people align their daily life with their values. If someone values family deeply, they may prioritize time with loved ones. If they value creativity, they may protect time for artistic work.
In that sense, work-life balance is really about priorities. People constantly decide where their attention goes. Those decisions slowly shape their life story. Meaning emerges from those choices. When we talk about meaning, it becomes clear that there is no single definition. What feels meaningful to one person may not feel meaningful to another. People grow up in different cultures, families, and environments. These experiences shape their values and priorities. For example, one person may find deep meaning in creative expression. Writing, painting, music, or building something new can give them a strong sense of purpose. Their fulfillment comes from creating.
Another person may experience meaning through relationships. Being a supportive friend, partner, or parent can become the center of their life. Emotional connection defines their purpose. Others may focus on contribution. Helping communities, solving problems, or improving society can create a powerful sense of direction. Their meaning comes from impact.
What is interesting is that these paths are not mutually exclusive. A person may find meaning in several areas at the same time. Work, relationships, creativity, and learning can all contribute to fulfillment. Meaning can also evolve across life stages. The priorities someone has at 20 may look very different from their priorities at 40 or 60. Life experiences gradually reshape perspective.
That evolution is completely natural. As people gain experience, they learn more about what truly matters to them. Their definition of meaning becomes clearer. Some people realize that achievement alone is not enough. Others discover that relationships bring the deepest satisfaction. Each life path reveals different insights. Meaning grows through reflection.
Perhaps the important lesson is flexibility. Instead of searching for a universal formula for a meaningful life, people may need to listen carefully to their own values. Meaning becomes a personal discovery. When people talk about meaning in life, the idea of purpose often appears. Purpose gives direction to everyday actions. Without some sense of direction, daily activities can begin to feel repetitive or empty. Purpose does not always have to be dramatic or world-changing. Sometimes it is connected to small but important goals. Improving a skill, supporting a family, or contributing to a community can create a strong sense of direction.
Yes, Purpose acts like a psychological compass. It helps people decide where to invest their time and energy. When someone knows why they are doing something, motivation becomes stronger. Difficult tasks also become easier to tolerate. When effort serves a meaningful goal, people often remain committed, even when the process is challenging. Purpose gives endurance.
Motivation without purpose can feel unstable. People may feel enthusiastic for a short period of time, but when obstacles appear, that motivation can quickly disappear. Purpose works differently. It connects daily effort to a larger vision. Even small progress feels meaningful when it contributes to that vision. Direction strengthens persistence.
Purpose also influences priorities. When people know what truly matters to them, they become more selective about how they spend their time. Distractions become easier to ignore. That clarity reduces internal conflict. Instead of constantly questioning decisions, people follow the direction that aligns with their values. Life begins to feel more coherent.
At the same time, purpose does not always appear suddenly. Many people discover it gradually through experiences, failures, and curiosity. Exploration often comes before clarity. Purpose grows over time. Something interesting happens in modern life. Many people are extremely busy every day. Their schedules are full of meetings, tasks, and responsibilities. Yet some still feel a strange sense of emptiness. At first, the situation seems confusing. If someone is productive and successful, we might expect them to feel fulfilled. But reality often looks different.
One reason may be the pace of modern life. Many people move quickly from one task to another. The focus stays on completing responsibilities. Reflection becomes rare. When life becomes only a sequence of tasks, people may lose connection with deeper questions. They work, achieve, and continue moving forward, but they rarely pause to ask why.
Social comparison also plays a role. Modern technology constantly exposes people to the achievements of others. Success stories appear everywhere: careers, lifestyles, travel. These comparisons can create pressure. Instead of defining their own values, some people begin following external expectations. They pursue goals that appear impressive from the outside. Yet those goals may not reflect their true priorities.
Another factor is attention fragmentation. Digital life constantly interrupts concentration. Notifications, messages, and endless information streams divide attention into many small pieces. When attention becomes scattered, people may lose connection with deeper experiences. Activities happen quickly, but without emotional depth. The day becomes busy, but not meaningful.
Perhaps the challenge of modern life is not lack of activity. It may actually be the opposite. Too many responsibilities and distractions can make it difficult to focus on what truly matters. One source of meaning that appears across many cultures is contribution. When people feel that their actions help others, they often experience a stronger sense of purpose. The connection between effort and impact becomes visible. Helping others can take many forms. Some people contribute through their profession. Teachers, doctors, engineers, and many others see how their work affects real lives.
Contribution can also appear in smaller, everyday actions. Supporting a friend during a difficult moment, sharing knowledge, or offering encouragement can create meaningful impact. These actions may seem simple, but they strengthen human connection. When people feel that their presence matters to others, life begins to feel more purposeful.
Psychology research often highlights this idea. People who contribute to something larger than themselves frequently report higher life satisfaction. Their actions feel connected to a wider story. contribution shifts attention away from constant self-evaluation. Instead of asking, "Am I successful enough?" people begin asking, "Did my actions help someone today?" The focus changes.
This shift can reduce the feeling of emptiness we discussed earlier. When actions benefit others, everyday work gains emotional significance. Effort becomes meaningful. Of course, contribution does not require heroic actions. Small, consistent acts of kindness or support can slowly influence many lives. Meaning often grows from these small moments.
Perhaps this explains why many people describe meaning in relational terms. They remember the people they helped, the communities they supported, and the positive changes they contributed to. When people talk about a meaningful life, happiness is often mentioned as the ultimate goal. Many cultural messages suggest that life should lead to happiness. Advertisements, books, and social media often repeat the same idea. The purpose of life is to be happy. But philosophers and psychologists sometimes question that assumption. They suggest that happiness may not always be the main objective. Instead, meaning and purpose might play a deeper role. Happiness may actually appear as a result.
That idea changes the perspective completely. If happiness becomes the direct target, people may constantly evaluate whether they feel happy enough. That pressure can create frustration. But when people focus on meaningful goals, something interesting happens. They invest energy in activities they value deeply. Happiness sometimes emerges naturally during that process.
Consider activities that require effort and dedication. Learning a skill, raising children, building a career, or contributing to a community are not always easy or immediately pleasurable. These experiences often include stress, uncertainty, and challenge. Yet, many people describe them as deeply meaningful. The satisfaction comes from growth and contribution, not from constant comfort.
Happiness can sometimes be temporary. A pleasant event may create a short emotional boost, but meaning tends to last longer. It connects experiences into a larger narrative. When people look back on their lives, they rarely remember only moments of pleasure. They remember experiences that shaped who they became. Those experiences often required effort and commitment.
Perhaps happiness and purpose are not competitors. Instead, they may work together. Purpose gives direction and meaning to life. Happiness sometimes follows along the way. After exploring all these perspectives, a meaningful life may not depend on a single idea. It is rarely defined only by success, happiness, or productivity. Instead, meaning often appears when several important elements come together: purpose, relationships, growth, and balance. A balanced life allows people to pursue goals while still caring for their well-being. Work can provide direction and structure. Relationships offer connection and emotional support. Personal interests bring creativity and curiosity.
When these areas exist in harmony, life begins to feel more complete. People experience progress without losing connection with what matters most. Their actions align with their values. That alignment often creates fulfillment.
Balance does not mean every day is perfectly organized. Life naturally includes challenges, uncertainty, and change. But having clear priorities helps people navigate those moments. They know what truly deserves their attention. Meaning also grows through reflection. When people pause and consider their experiences, they begin to see patterns in their choices and values. Those reflections shape future decisions. In the end, a meaningful life may not follow a universal formula. Each person gradually builds their own version of it, through relationships, contribution, learning, and purpose. Meaning becomes a personal journey.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue creating English listening podcasts like this one. And we would love to hear your thoughts. What makes life meaningful for you?
Share your ideas in the comments below. Your perspective might inspire other listeners as well. Thanks for listening today. See you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone. See you soon.